Time for the weather. Today's forecast: hot sand, 2 suns, and a mild but persistent sense of existential panic. Because there's a planet out there where the clouds are not made of water. They're made of sand. So, yes, even the sky is exfoliating. Welcome to VHS 1256b, the only place in the galaxy where the weather report doubles as a skincare routine.
Let's set the scene. This planet is about 40 light-years away. Cosmically speaking, that's basically next door. Close enough to borrow sugar, far enough that you'd never have to actually do it. And it is young, only around 150 million years old. Which sounds ancient, but in planet years, that's a toddler. A very large, very hot, deeply unstable toddler. Still glowing from the effort of being born, and already making questionable life choices with its atmosphere.
Here's the headline. Using the James Webb Space Telescope, scientists read this planet's atmosphere and found clouds made of silicates. Silicates being the same family of materials that make up sand and glass. So the clouds up there aren't soft and fluffy. They're made of tiny grains of hot mineral dust. Some of it fine, like smoke. Some of it coarser, like very hot, very small particles of sand. And these clouds don't just sit there looking ominous. They swirl, they gather, they get ideas. And eventually the grains get too heavy to stay airborne, so they fall. It rains sand. On this planet, the official forecast is scattered sand showers, with a high chance of geology. Lovely.
Now,
About those 2 suns. Because one sun was apparently not enough drama for one planet. VHS 1256b doesn't orbit a single star. It orbits 2. A pair of stars bound together, and it loops around the both of them on an orbit that takes about 10,000 years to finish. 10,000 years! For one lap! Let me put that in perspective. 2 stars, locked together, slowly circling each other for 10 millennia, committing to absolutely nothing. Honestly, we've all dated that star. And the planet just watches the whole thing from a distance, about 4 times farther out than Pluto is from our sun, like a deeply uncomfortable third wheel that brought sand. So picture the view from up there. 2 suns in the sky, grit falling from the clouds, and a year so long that every empire, every invention, every regrettable haircut in human history would happen before this planet finished going around once. That's not a holiday destination. That's a sentence.
And here's what makes scientists genuinely excited about this place. Webb didn't just find sand. In that one atmosphere, it detected water, methane, carbon monoxide, and evidence of carbon dioxide, all at the same time. That's the largest collection of molecules ever spotted together in the atmosphere of a world beyond our solar system. It's the cosmic equivalent of opening someone's fridge and finding everything, all expired, all on fire. And the whole place is in constant motion. Hot material rising, cold material sinking, clouds churning through a day that lasts just 22 hours. The mixing is so violent that the planet visibly flickers in brightness, making it the single most variable planet mass object we've ever found. This isn't a planet that has weather. This is a planet that is weather. A mood with an atmosphere.
now one honest twist before we close the forecast. Astronomers aren't entirely sure VHS 1256b should even be called a planet. It's so massive that it sits right on the blurry line between enormous planet and failed star, an object called a brown dwarf. So here's its life story. It tried to become a star. It gathered mass. It had ambitions. It had a plan. And then it simply didn't get there. Not enough fuel to ignite, just enough to spend the rest of eternity as a glowing ball of sandstorm and regret. We've all had that year. So the label is still up for debate. But the sand clouds, the two suns, the 10,000-year orbit of mutual non-commitment, all real, all confirmed by Webb. So the next time you're tempted to complain about the weather, remember there's a young, glowing, double-sunned world 40 light years away where the sky rains sand, the suns refuse to define the relationship, and the forecast has never once, in its entire existence, improved. That concludes today's Alien Weather Report. Tomorrow's outlook? Still sand. Subscribe before the forecast reaches us.